Yo, what's up UFC and MMA fans? Corey's Hayman Sandhagen here. Welcome to the station where we go over all things martial arts. We do breakdowns, we do book advisory things, okay? We also do, we dabble in some dumb shit here and there. So welcome to the station. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Today we're gonna go over Tsarukyan versus Dariush. I really like Beneil, so it was kind of a bummer to watch him lose, but Tsarukyan is definitely the real deal. I remember him and Gamrot's fight was one of the best fights that, I really enjoyed in a really, really long time when they fought, I don't know, a year or a year and a half ago. So make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Let's get into Tsarukyan, kind of how this like long guard, Russian-y, Eastern European style of fighting looks and how it kind of operates a little bit without going into a ton of detail, but I think it's a really awesome style. I think it's unique. I think that it looks cool, a little bit funny to me just because it is so like all the same from that part of the world. So let's get into how it works, where Beneil maybe made a couple of mistakes. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, guys, let's kind of talk about this style, this like long guardy Russian, Eastern European type of style, because I do think it's really unique, and I kind of been thinking a lot about it because we have some guys on the team here that stop in and out that are from that part of the world that use that same style. I really like it because I think it's almost like the Philly shell version of a kickboxer. Like obviously in kickboxing, if I stand too much like this and leave this arm down too much, unless you're Sean Strickland, of course, they're probably gonna figure out ways to hit you. But this kind of like longer guard, I use this sometimes too. I think it's a super good style. I think that it addresses a lot of the things that a Philly shell doesn't address, obviously, in an MMA fight. Pretty much what's happening is I'm using this as a sword or like a fence or like a spear, and then I'm using this almost as like my shield, okay? So this protects the flat side of my body. The flat side of my body is the part of my body that it really sucks to get hit or kicked in, okay? So here it hurts. Out here, not so bad. Like you have ribs, your kidneys are all the way back here, but really not a lot of people hit those. The liver is on the right side, so if you're a righty, it's kind of a good option too. But this addresses the flat side of my body where it sucks to get hit in. This addresses everything that can come over top, and it gives me a lot of access to my lead hand, okay? So you see a lot of these guys, and I think it's funny just because whenever anything's like so unique, but also everyone from that part of the world almost uses it the exact same. It just like looks a little funny. It's almost like a Taekwondo guy being like this. And if like everyone in Australia fought like this, that would be kind of funny and a little bit silly to me. But anyways, all right. So we're here like this, all right? It's a lot of like plyometric looking things in my legs because these guys are mega athletic. You know, they're strong, they move real quick, but they kind of have this out, they do this like level change looking thing, they kind of like feint, they open this up, they kind of do like one of these like wind up things. It's a bunch of movement that mildly makes sense, but I almost feel like it's like so ingrained in their heads to move that way that, like I said, it looks a little bit silly. But they're moving, they have like good pop in their step. It's not like a grounded like boxer, like Tyson type of style. It's not really a TKD either with my hands all the way down. It's a hybrid of the both, and that's why I think that it's really unique and honestly really good. They close off this side, they leave this hand long, he pokes with his jab. If I throw my jab all the way out from here and you have this much time to react versus if my hand is out here, and you have this much time to react from me scoring it, that's a pretty significant difference. Also, when my arm is out like this, they don't like rip a hook the same way that like some other types of styles rip hooks. They throw their hook kind of nice like this, you know. They pretty much just use this lead hand to poke, to use like a spear, to use like their fencing or something, and then they just set up like bombs on the backside. They use their like lead leg a lot, some of them, okay? Chopping right legs, chopping right high kicks. But I think it's a really cool style, but that's kind of how it works. This protects them from this stuff that comes over top here. This protects their body and of course keeps their hand up so they're protected over here. And they use this lead hand to poke and prod in this athletic plyo-y type of stance. And then they try to score this like really hard right hand, which is exactly what Tsarukyan did. So the difference in Tsarukyan and Beneil is that Beneil just isn't as quick as some of the guys. That doesn't make Beneil slow. That doesn't make him not good. It just means that Beneil has to work with other talents more than the talent of being quick. So Beneil really relies on timing, okay? He really has like this type of stance where he's really glued to the floor. He feints, he tries to get people to draw in so that he can have that really nice timing. Because if you're not super fast, you have to have really good timing. And Beneil definitely does usually. So he's trying to time things. He's doing a really good job, you know, like when he does go to attack, again, because he's not the fastest athlete in that division, he like punches a little bit past people. So if they do start to lean away, he's not stopping his punch here. He's really leaning into it so that even when people do lean away, it hits them on the exit, which is something that, you know, if you're maybe in the gym and you're not the most quick dude or the most athletic guy in the gym, that's totally okay. Just watch guys that have to deal with that their entire careers, like Beneil, who's, like I said, not slow, but definitely not the quickest. Watch those types of guys and you'll start to like figure out how to make your style work. I would say that having guys come to you, having good timing, and having your feet connected to the floor so that you can hit on a drop of a dime is going to be the best way that you go about doing that, okay? The actual knockout was just fucking awesome, all right? So this type of style, like these guys are Ferraris, like to be honest, like some of them are, some of them aren't, but they're strong, they're athletic, like they have good technique. They have like very powerful bodies. So when they go, they go. Like that's another thing about that, that area of the world's thing is that when they go, they go. And Tsarukyan decided to go and hurt Beneil really bad because it's so, they're like so committed in the power that they throw that one, it's kind of intimidating and can sometimes be a little bit sketchy being on the other end of it, where it's like, damn, like this guy is like not holding anything back. He's willing to throw caution to the wind. And the reason that that works is because they're Ferraris. Like you can't do that if you're not built like those types of guys, okay? So he just decides to go, throws a 1-1-2. The right hand kind of skimps off the shoulder. He goes to throw his right knee, doesn't really land super clean. But like I said, when these guys go, they like punch with all of their power and they're just gonna like throw as many things as quick as they can to try to hit the person and knock the person out. Tsarukyan throws double jab, throws his cross, throws his knee, and then launches the right hand afterwards. I also noticed that a lot of these Russian guys, and like I said, it's not just Russia because I don't know where Tsarukyan's from, but just that part of the world, Eastern Europe, Russian, whatever. They're here and they throw a lot of like things like this. Boom, they really like those types of style of moves too. And the reason, again, that they work is because they launch those suckers and then they commit hard as hell on them. Boom, right hand, bang, launches this, knocks Beneil out. Kind of a sad day for me because I like Beneil, but that's what happened in that fight. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe underneath. It goes a really, really long way. Trying to up the YouTube a little bit, maybe make some more money, have another Chipotle burrito eat off with my buddy Elias here. And yeah, have a good week. See ya.